Okay. So setup-wise, obviously we talked about your ball position and your grip. We're not going to see that from this direction, okay? But what you did have was the ball was a little bit too far sort of towards the middle or too far back. Ideally, you want it just a little bit nearer to that front foot, not on the front foot. If you sort of think about your feet, if you sort of had, I know, sort of 2 feet here, okay? There's middle. You'd probably want the ball sort of just left of centre somewhere, okay? It's not miles forward. Driver it would be, which we'll look at in a second. But generally speaking, sort of left cheek, left chest, down to the left side of the body. With your hands kind of slightly further forward there at address. But otherwise, nothing really majorly changing there. Now, if we look at the swing going back, takeaway now is pretty similar, okay? Moving the club away with the hands and arms there. It's when we get to about here where the change now is going to happen, where your right elbow now is going to change in terms of the movement. You can see now where your right elbow's going. On that left hand one, it's staying down. The right hand one's already started to pop out. And when you get to the top of the backswing here now, there's a big change in terms of the width of your... You can see your left arm has moved further. It's a lot higher, so you've made a bigger turn. The club's gone back further. And we've got these elbows now in that sort of nice triangle, where this one here now is just a big old spread there with the arms. And it's just too much of a... And then it goes even further, okay? So once you get to the top of the back, so now as you start coming back down now, you can get the club face back into the impact. Well, exactly. That club, if we look at the angles there, if I get a different colour so it's easier to see, there's kind of your club there. And if I clear that one there now and look at that one there, not like a straight line, but you can see the difference in the angles of the shaft there. And your elbow now sort of more into the side of your... I'm not saying tuck it in. I never say tuck it in or got it stuck in there. But looking down the line now, we'd be sort of... easy to sort of stuck like, oh, your right elbow's into your side, okay? Now, visually looking this way at the camera, it does look like it's into your side. But as you swing from here now, it's here, as it's coming down, it's still a little bit of separation. When we get to about here, so it's back in front of you. If you try and stick it in here, you just know where to go. And that's the thing, a lot of times people watch golf swings on TV and they interpret things that they see and go, oh yeah, this guy's doing this and McIlroy's doing this, and they then try and copy. Well, sometimes you're looking at a 2D angle from one then different direction. Again, and these swings are being created at 100 plus mile an hour, so you got to be careful of what you see sometimes, okay? But back in the golf ball here now, you can see nice angle of attack, that club coming nicely from the inside, good strike of the golf ball, and a nice release. Your follow through is pretty much the similar anyway, which I don't think is going to change that much anyway, but generally speaking, exactly, your elbows are generally more in, which again, and often when you make an adjustment one way, we just get a bit more, a lot of times people call it like a more connected swing. I'm not completely against that phrase, but sometimes when you hear the connected phrase, I've seen in the past people sort of sticking the towel under their arm or the head cover. There is some merit to that, but the problem is they start so stuck in their arms to try and keep the towel in, they just end up like a T-Rex swing. Okay, most golfers, if you look at most tour players, especially with longer clubs and full swings, that towel under the armpit drill created back in the 80s by Ledbetter for Faldo, hitting like 80, 90-yard shots with a 9-9. So he's just basically doing pitch shots like this, just to get his arms and torso synced up together. Phrase you said at the start, my arms and body aren't in sync. So by getting the club together there now, with a towel, we get that for smaller shots. You start putting a big swing with a driver, there's no way you never get any decent player with their arm in like this. If you look at Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Bryson DeChambeau, any of the top players out on tour now, as they swing that golf club back, that right elbow is not going to keep a towel under their arm. Never would. If you're in like this, how narrow are you going to be? I mean, my arm, you can't go anywhere. So a lot of these drills that we see get kind of misconstrued and misinterpreted, as I said, and that causes more of a problem. But generally speaking, I say some good movement there now. I mean, in time, we'd probably get that right arm maybe a little bit higher with the elbow, and the left arm might get a little bit up there. But to be fair, the change you made there, noticeably different, you can see. That's the good thing for me, is like seeing something that's a real big change in of that there to that there. I mean, that's again chalk and cheese. So as much as you can, try to get the feeling of doing that movement, even just at home, just that right arm, just sort of feel you're holding that sort of tray under your right palm. It's more elbow down, okay, and your right palm's going to be up, whereas this one's like elbow out and then right palm is facing down. So that club face now is almost like a 90-degree change position. So whereas before you were swinging, the club was wide open, all you could do is hit the ball over here. That was kind of your natural swing of the club. Okay, and now when you came back to golf ball, you think, okay, right, the ball wants to go way right, I will start hitting the ball for the left with this movement and this, and eventually the ball would start going straight. But that was 10, 12, 15 shots in the range, and what a lot of, especially new golfers start, they'll go to a driving range, hit a few shots a bit errant left or right or whatever, and just gradually get better and better. By about ball 20, they're a nice little groove. They go, this is brilliant. Oh, God, this is easy, boys. Bring on golf on the weekend. And then on that first day, you're like, oh, God, here we go again. And you're back on the left, and you're zigzagging all over the place. So we want to try and get in a situation where, in theory, I think the way to explain to a lot of golfers when they first start, you look at a better golfer, some of your guys you play off 8 handicap. Some of the shots you've hit there with your 7, 8, 9 or whatever club may be is as good as them. But their bad shot is far better than yours. Your bad shot sort of shoots off to the right there, or slices off to the right, or one way it goes off and it's probably a lost ball or in the long grass. Their bad shot is probably there, or there. It's not too destructive. They can walk down the fairway, at least find the ball and hit it. You look at talking about the dispersion on the camera there now, you can see there's a few there out to the right there. To be fair though, there's a nice tight net of the ones at the top there, with the straighter ones towards the new swing, which is good.
New swing,
But I think it's just generally it's improving that consistency by having just less variables. If you've got 6 wrongs making a right, great. But it's not going to be very consistent, okay? If we can make you swing, okay, here's a club face square, and I think that's one thing just to reiterate again, to mention, when you put the golf club down at setup, make sure the club face is lining up to target, okay? You had a tendency, and again, very common for slicers, to aim the club face way to the left, just because you just want to hit the ball right. But then when I say you do small little chip shots or pitch shots, the ball's just going to go straight left. So. Okay, does that kind of make sense then, Sid? Excellent, good stuff. Well, I'll send this through to you, okay, as a reminder. So when you're at home, you can obviously remind yourself of that and keep sort of check up of all the things we do. If you've got any questions when this does come through and you go, oh, what did he mean by that? Please, obviously, just give me a shout and report back, and we'll go from there. Okay, have a few more then with that club. Then we'll go to the driver. Okay, we'll go to the bags, the longer club certainly.